So what a weekend for Alabama recruiting. Just a few days ago, we sat right here and talked about the big win that they got, keeping four-star defensive back in the class of 2026, Jamarian Gordon, in the state of Alabama. Well, fast forward to today, and here we sit once again talking about yet another massive win in the class of 2026. This time, four-star defensive back out the state of Georgia, Dorian Barney. We need to break down why this is such a big deal and why Alabama fans need to be excited. But before we can, as always, y'all know the drill. I have got to hear from you. Hop down to the comments, give me a Y for yes or an N for no. Are you excited about the addition of Barney? And let me know what you're thinking. If you're new to the channel, be sure to subscribe, hit that bell notification as I do constant college football content. You don't want to miss any of it, and if you enjoyed the content, be sure to like and comment down below. But having said all that, let's jump right into this. And first and foremost, who is Dorian Barney? Well, as I alluded to in the intro, he is a four-star defensive back, but on top of that, he is one of the top players in all of high school football. If we look at the 24/7 Sports Composite, he comes in as the number 44 player in the nation, the number 4 cornerback, and a top 10 player in the state of Georgia, where he plays his high school football for Peachtree Ridge High School. And whenever you turn on the film, there's no shortage of things to love. First and foremost, you can tell this is a rangy cornerback, both in terms of his physical attributes and in terms of his athleticism. Per the 24/7 Sports Composite, he stands 6'1", 170 pounds, and he's able to display that. He's able to constantly disrupt jump balls. He's able to use his long arms to disrupt wide receivers from getting the ball, and as I talked about just a few seconds ago, his athleticism is on display. His closing speed is really impressive. One of the things I've been really excited to see on a lot of these high school films from defensive backs are simple screen passes. How do you react to screen passes? How quickly are you diagnosing what's going on? And as I was watching Barney's high school film, I was writing notes, and one of the first things I wrote down is great eye discipline. And it's not just relegated to the screen passes. Any sort of routes that included double moves, he was all over it. If they tried to hit him with a high-low concept and he was in zone, he was all over it. I mean, there was really no fooling this kid, and that was when he was a sophomore in high school. Personally, I think he's real advanced for his age. I think he's really technically sound, and he's only going to get more technically sound as time goes on. But to be a sophomore and to be able to diagnose things as quickly as he's diagnosing them, it's really impressive. He's got the closing speed to be able to recognize that's a screen pass, I need to get after it, and then he's there. He's got the speed to be able to keep up with defensive backs if they're doing any sort of double moves, and he is really technical in terms of transitioning. Whether or not it's a double move that's going to see a wide receiver going out and then in, he's all over it. He's flipping his hips, he's staying in phase with the wide receiver, and for a sophomore, you just don't see a whole lot of guys this technically advanced. And it shows. Whenever you watch the film or when you look at his stats, over 2 years, he's recorded 12 interceptions. That is really impressive, and I'm really happy he commits to Alabama because I think this is a guy that's only going to continue flying up recruiting boards. As a sophomore being a top 50 player in the nation, you love to see it, but then when you watch how technically sound he is, makes you even more excited. And Mo Linguist has been on fire this weekend. Hopefully that fire can spread to the class of 2025 where Crimson Tide fans everywhere are watching, wondering what the next win will be there. But for the class of 2026, Coach DeBoer and company are getting off to a hot start, because the two additions they got this weekend put Alabama's 2026 recruiting class as the number 5 recruiting class in the nation, and that's exactly where they want to be. Nothing but time and opportunity in front of you. Get to focus on the 2025 class, but you already have 2 fantastic additions in the 2026 class. So I can't wait to hear from you. Hop down to the comments and let me know what you're thinking. Are you excited about this addition? What impresses you? And everything in between. That's it. See ya.